Hi team, Coach Alexa here. Another video about how you can use the power of your brain to improve and enhance your race performance and race experience. Particularly as the distances get longer, the brain has more and more of an impact over our performance as runners. Your brain can start talking you out of running the distance or running at a particular pace actually quite a bit earlier than your body would actually be running out of energy. Your brain is built to err on the side of caution, hold stuff back just in case you need to run away from a pride of lions later in the day. So three little introductions to some topics that you can and theories that you can use to perhaps help a little bit with that mindset on race day. First one is visualization. I remember when I was younger watching Formula One drivers in the pits before their qualifying lap with their eyes closed and their hand on the steering wheel, kind of going around the track inside their head, and that sort of interested me quite a bit, and it's a technique that's used across lots and lots of different sports. So visualising what it will feel like to be at certain parts on the run, feeling strong at certain parts on the run, maybe crossing the finish line, feeling really good posture, feeling tall and not too fatigued. Visualising positive aspects of how you want that race to go can be really useful pre-race and also to tap into whilst you're running the event. Thinking a little bit about what's important to you about running or about that event in particular can also be helpful too. So the best and biggest example is if you're running for charity to raise funds. That's a huge kind of source of motivation that you can tap into on race day. But it might be that you are inspiring others on your running journey, or you're improving your health and your well-being and your longevity by running. So maybe tapping into some of those reasons why you run on race day can be very useful too. The final tip is about distraction. So sometimes I say the brain can just sort of try and persuade you that maybe you should slow down, maybe really we should stop. And sometimes just distracting it from those thoughts can be useful. So Paula Radcliffe used to count to 100 repeatedly. Not tried it, but there we go. What I did on my first couple of marathons before GPS watches were invented, oh my goodness, how did we all train, was trying to work out my mile split with my stopwatch and the mile markers as I went round the race. And the benefit of that one is the maths gets increasingly complicated as you get up to 23 times. So things like looking out for people with different running club shirts on, or spotting different bands or markers or signs or placards or support on the way around the course. Anything to distract you from the mind getting too kind of internalised and focusing too much on the risks, I guess, that it perceives about running for that long over that period of time. One of my favourites also to get my runners to think about is to focus in a little bit on your posture. So every now and again just check in, is my head nice and upright as if a balloon's pulling it up towards the sky? Am I looking towards the horizon? Are my shoulders nice and relaxed? Do a little up, back and down in the shoulders and maybe shake out the arms. Think about standing nice and tall, high hips, powering forward from the glutes. So just a little bit of a running form check-in can be super useful too. Hope that's helpful.